Hi everyone, I am back and today I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to react to another Jerry Sargent video. If you watched the other one, you know how I feel about him. I just think his whole thing is off-putting. I did see him in person once and I hated it. And um, also in the last video we found out he runs an MLM, which makes him even worse. But sometimes he does, videos come across my feed that have these like he does a lot of like crazy clickbaity titles, but I'm hoping that this one is actually about Lyran reptilian blood, and maybe he'll explain to us what that is in the first place. Um, I'll read the description really quick. Jerry explains the hidden history of human DNA, extraterrestrial genetic manipulation, the battle between dark and light. He states that Anunnaki altered humans, shaping the Lyran-Draco hybrid lineage. Mastering our duality allows us to reclaim consciousness and sovereignty. Um, so anyway, that just moved. So anyway, somehow he's going to do all of that in like 13 minutes. So we'll see. Why don't we go ahead and get started?
So many people wonder why we struggle on this earth plane with dark and light.
Is
There's
this
dark
like
and light
on
in all that DNA.
Is this on fast? The playback speed is normal. This is so fast. Okay.
Other beings that are playing around with human consciousness.
Okay.
It's no wonder that we can take a knife, cut bread, and go and feed someone.
Okay, hold on. I have to slow this down because it's just like, why is he talking so fast? Is that pathetic? I don't know, but.
No wonder we can take the same knife, plunge it into someone's heart, and kill them because we have dark and light inside of us.
Oh, now it's sounds weird. All right, well. Anyway. Okay, we have dark and light inside of us because we can use a knife to cut bread and give it to people, or we can stab them. I think most of us have done one of those things and not the other thing.
We can be angry, we can be kind, we can be all things.
Okay. Oh, God. Yeah.
So many people wonder why we struggle on this earth plane with dark and light.
Is he saying the same thing?
Humanity's gene code has been played around with and fucked about with for so many years. A long, long time. The history of Earth is not what you think it is. It's not what you believe it is. It's not what you've been taught.
Okay, so the history of Earth is not like that the Earth formed out of various debris and, changed climates over time and is millions of years old. I mean, I guess he probably believes it's millions of years old, but anyway.
Our history is false. Now, there's been many times.
I take this personally as a historian.
Planetary environment where different things have unfolded. We've been here on this planet for millions of years in different forms. We've been here in our powerful Palladian Andromedans forms hundreds of millions of years ago.
Okay.
When the first Garden of Eden.
Okay.
They've had various versions of the Garden of Eden throughout this history on this planet. If you go back to the Anunnaki, there was another Garden of Eden where the human gene code was played around with.
Okay, so all of the past aliens that we've been, he said something about Palladians and Anunnaki. So we have been them, and each time there's a Garden of Eden, I guess just history is cyclical. It's like Wheel of Time or something.
If you go back a little bit further and you look about the Anunnaki and their kind of introduction into this universal playing field.
How does he know this?
The Lyrans and the Draco reptilians were at war. There was a point when the Lyrans and the Draco reptilians decided to procreate. And they
Why does he sound like he is not sure about any of this? Is he like off script? Okay, so the Lyrans and the Draco had children together or created some kind of offspring together. This is just, I mean, what does this have to do with the Garden of Eden?
A new species, okay? And I'm going to break this down really simply because otherwise it's going to get overcomplicated.
Yeah,
they decided to create a new species.
Okay.
Now, if you create a species out of Lyrans, which are a beautiful kind, and loving and compassionate, and
Uh-huh.
wanted expansion, not contraction. They weren't interested in power, control, and domination. They were interested in a beautiful, harmonious
Beautiful,
universe.
harmonious
And then you get the
universe.
Draco
Oh
reptilians
my
here,
gosh.
which were
That
totally
looks
the
bad
opposite.
and also looks
Trained by
AI.
Lucifer
Oh.
himself. Power, control,
Wait, okay,
domination.
Lucifer? Does he believe in the devil? Does that fit into his cosmology somehow? Because I feel like when you have aliens, you can't have the devil too. It doesn't. I don't. I mean, like, you can, but I just don't feel like it's a good narrative choice. It doesn't make sense. All right, so and also he's explaining human nature by us being a combination of good aliens and bad aliens. Because we need this to explain human nature.
Contraction, pure domination in every sense of the word. Two completely different opposite species
Why were
that
they having
procreate
babies?
with a beautiful intention to end wars throughout the galaxy. And it lasted for a little while.
Wait, why would that end wars? Why would that end wars? What was it? Was it like a treaty thing where they're like, we're gonna do a peace treaty, and instead of getting married, we're gonna have children to cement the peace treaty? I feel like I'm filling so many gaps in for him.
But then what happened is the dark and light was in this new species. Half Lyra and half Draco reptilian.
These
Maybe it
all
was
things
60,
so
40,
annoying.
40, 60 in some of the different beings. It's not always going to be 100% 50-50 split. But
Okay.
ultimately, when they first procreated and created these beings that we call the Anunnaki,
Okay, the Anunnaki.
they were literally dark and light in perfect balance.
Okay.
Now, if you think that this gene code has been pushed and spliced and cloned and replicated, and the Anunnaki came down onto this earth plane and bred with humans, there's dark and light in all of that DNA. And now we
Oh, okay, so humans already existed. And then the Anunnaki, who were the offspring of the Lyrans and the reptilians, and so they're perfectly good and evil half and half. They came here, and the humans were already here, and they interbred with humans. But like, wasn't there the whole Garden of Eden thing on Earth? Where did that come in?
beings in this quantum space, this physical space that we're in right now, because we're multidimensional beings in these physical avatar bodies. Well, supposed to be physical. It's mostly light, it's mostly space, but they seem quite physical.
I mean, I guess, yes, technically, right? There's like so much space in between atoms that like we're not actually fully solid if you think of it that way. Is that what he's trying to say? I don't think that's what he's trying to say.
In this third, fourth density reality, it's no wonder that we can take a knife, cut bread, and go and feed someone. It's no wonder that we can take the same knife, plunge it into someone's heart, and kill them, because we have dark and light inside of us.
I mean, but like this is. I mean, I guess he did say that maybe it's not in perfect ratio in everyone, but like most people are not violent to other people. Just most people are just not. So why is that if we're all have these evil alien genes in us?
We can be angry, we can be kind, we can be all things. We're literally Jekyll and Hyde in human form, every single human. Okay? We all have every facet.
I mean, I feel like this guy is interested in saying this because he has maybe some darker impulses or interests or something and feels the need to justify it, but like I don't need this explanation because I don't want to stab people.
Reality inside of us, and that is one of the reasons we struggle so much, and that is another reason that it's
Yeah,
easy
I don't
to
struggle with
interfere
not stabbing
human
people.
consciousness and be played around with from afar by other interdimensional entities, other beings and other planets and other star systems, beings
Okay, so they're manipulating our brains as well?
down in other Earths on a different frequency band within our own Earth plane. There are many other beings that are playing around with human consciousness. In Star Magic, we call them shadow parasites because they behave like normal parasites. They take over human consciousness, drain the energy, suck.
Okay, I know I said in a previous video that I like want lore, that I like lore. This is too much lore. And also it's not well constructed lore. I don't want this. It's just a bunch of random stuff.
Frequency. I'll tell you a little story. This is years ago, around 2007. I hadn't drunk for a while. Okay, I used to drink loads, and it was one of my
Yeah, I bet
times
you
when I
did.
tried to get off booze and get off drinking. And so I hadn't drunk for ages, and it had come up to Easter. And I remember we bought Easter eggs for the kids.
Okay.
And I was like 3 years into my kind of like new spiritual journey at this point. And so I was trying to discover things and try new things. Hadn't drunk for ages. It was Easter, bought some Easter eggs. And I decided to go to the shop and get a bottle of organic wine. So when I was trying out organic things and all of this, I was new to all this stuff.
Okay.
So I've gone and brought this bottle
Seems
of
like
organic
not worth
wine.
breaking your sobriety
Come
for.
home, drunk it with my ex-wife, and we're sat there watching television, chilling, and I thought to myself, you know what, I feel like a bit of sugar. Hadn't had any sugar for ages.
Okay.
I've gone and got an Easter egg.
Okay.
I've sat there and eating the Easter egg. The sugar's kicked in, the wine's kicked in, and it's triggered something inside of me. Anyway, I started going nuts. Whatever was inside of me,
Really?
working through me, or whatever was in my field working through me, I went and got a knife.
What? Okay. Hold on. Why? How would wine, let's say half a bottle of wine, he's would have lived with his ex-wife, and like some Easter candy make you go nuts and want to grab a knife? I just don't think that that's... I mean, I guess his explanation is it's evil aliens in his head, but like, what?
Massive kitchen knife, sharp as fuck. I've got it in my hands, and I'm trying to push it into my own stomach.
What?
The blade
Okay.
is right against my kind of solar plexus, my kind of top abdominals. I've got the point right
This
there.
is so wild.
Now I'm trying to plunge it into me as hard as I can, and at the same time, all of my energy is trying to pull it away from me. I don't know how long this went on for. It must have been 20, 30 minutes.
Wait, why would the evil alien inside you want to kill yourself? I thought they were like dominating forces that were violent towards other people.
He didn't plunge it into myself and harm myself, but it was a real mission, and I could not control this. I couldn't control what was trying to pull it into me. I was just focused on what was trying to pull it away from me. But there was this force within me that was trying to pull it too.
Okay.
So it's like I was two different people. Jekyll and Hyde, dark and light, devil and God. All of this stuff rolled into one.
So he had this weird experience where he like felt like he had these two competing impulses. First of all, I don't know if I believe this story because like, I mean, it seems implausible unless I don't know. It just seems implausible. But anyway, let's just take it as this actually happened to him and somehow Easter candy made him self-harmy. So he has this experience and now it's how he knows that we're all half evil alien?
Cauldron, one soup of cold. And I went through this kind of battle. In the end, I
assume that you were fine.
I was wiped out, completely fucked,
Sugar
so
crash.
tired. I lay on the sofa, and I remember being in my missus's arms, just kind of like, you know, just absolutely fucked. And it was a crazy experience. And at the time, I didn't really kind of fathom what was going on. You know, I was still a baby on this journey. But now, having worked with thousands of clients all over the world, you know, understanding the depth and the crazy, wild darkness that's around us, as well as the beautiful, magical, high-frequency light, I truly understand the depths of both.
Is he meeting a lot of people who've had experiences like this? Because, like, honestly, if I had an experience like this, I think the first thing I would do is, like, try to find an inpatient program. Because this seems bad. This seems like a lot. I would not start theorizing about ancient alien DNA manipulation.
Possibilities and dualistic game that we're kind of living and playing on planet Earth right now. But I'm telling you this story and sharing it with you so that you can truly understand this dark and light is in all of us. It's in every...
Again, this was like his one weird experience. Like, he had this experience and somehow this validates his whole theory about the aliens. I don't understand. Or, I understand. I don't agree.
Single human being. And it all goes back through time and space, millions of years, to when the Draco reptilians and the Lyrans, they bred. It was actually a male Lyran and a female Draco reptilian.
How do you know?
Okay, both of a high echelon, both of
Okay.
royalty, both royals. Okay, they took the highest of the bloodlines in both kind of species and bred them together. And as I
Okay.
said, it was beautiful for a while, but then temptation kicks in, the ego kicks in. Dark and light start to play around in each human, and there's an inner battle, and that inner battle spreads to an outer battle, and then sides, competition comes back in, power and control comes back in, light and darkness comes back in, and we go back to the same old cycle that we've been running for not just since the Anunnaki came into this kind of galactic universal experience.
Okay, so we've already been doing this even before the whole Anunnaki thing, so why does it matter?
In this time-based matrix, but way before that, because dark and light has been playing out for billions and billions of years. For billions of years. Humans descended from these lineages, and that is why it's tough. Now you know this.
How do you know any of
but
this?
you know this stuff is inside of you, okay? Because it's in all of us. And it's not that you should be fearful of it, it's just so you understand the game. So you understand the game.
I think that if you have something in you that could cause you to do things that are violent like that because you ate an Easter candy and had some wine, I think you should be worried about it. I think you should be really worried about it.
Now you can make different choices. If you're feeling a little bit angry, if you're feeling a little bit this, a little bit that, you know that something's playing out inside of you. If you feel that you're trying to dominate a situation, control a situation, even if it's something simple with your children, breathe, come back to your heart, let go and let things flow.
Okay, again, like, if you're angry, take a second and breathe and try to center yourself. Like, yes. But I don't think attributing every time you were angry to evil alien DNA is helpful. I don't think it's helpful.
Don't buy into those Draco-reptilian DNA fragments that are inside your cellular memory. Okay? Connect to your heart and allow those beautiful
Melissa used
wiring
this
frequencies
as well.
to come through. Allow yourself to make a different choice. Allow things to flow. Allow freedom to flourish. Allow yourself to be on that frequency of love, kindness, and compassion and make a different choice. Now, when it comes to love, kindness, and compassion, it doesn't mean that you've got to be weak. It doesn't mean that you get trampled on, okay? Because that isn't what the universe wants. The universe wants you to be strong, fierce, fearless. It wants you to be formidable in your approach and to stand your ground and speak your truth. It wants you to honor yourself, love yourself, respect yourself. And within those values, catalyze a beautiful human experience where you can share.
Okay, again, like, I mean, let's all go to therapy instead of doing whatever this is.
Magical, radical, unique gifts with the universe, with the world, with your sisters and brothers. And it takes a strong, fierce, and ferocious character to do that, because you've got dark and light, you've got duality, you've got contrast, you've got all of these things that show us which way we need to go, but also try and control it.
He seems to be like acting like the dark and the light, or the Lyrans and the reptilians are like, oh, you need both, and like they're both, they're complementary, or you know, something like that. But like, I don't really feel like I need the evil alien DNA. I would just like the good. I mean, maybe I have evil alien DNA and it's just something I need to accept, but I don't think I could turn it into a virtue exactly, you know?
And now you know the game, you can play the game. When you don't know the game, you can't play the game because you don't even know the game's playing out. You're totally fucked from the start. But when you've got the knowledge, you can start breathing deeply, living from the space of your heart instead of the chaotic, dangerous place inside your head. And
yeah, I'm a little concerned about him, to be perfectly honest. Like, I don't know, but I feel like he may benefit from like help from a qualified mental health specialist, because this seems worrying to me.
Start creating space between you and your external environment. And when you create space between you and your external environment, you'll be able to make choices that help you respond instead of react. Because when you're in reaction, that's when these other energies, they take control of you. And that's when you start tipping into contracts with other interdimensional entities. But when you respond and stay in the heart space, everything shifts. Your powerful, beautiful soul alchemize this Draco reptilian with this Lyran avatar. Don't move towards one and away from the other, because both are integral.
No. Move away from the evil alien that wants to stab people. Move away from that. Please.
You have to be the Jedi master and know how to use the Force. Because
But, like, that also portrays, like, a not even the most basic knowledge of Star Wars, because, I mean, yes, both dark and light are, like, needed generally in the universe, but if you're talking about the Jedi specifically, my understanding is that they only use the light side, they do not touch the dark side, and that is sort of the whole point of their whole thing. Anyway.
This is available to all. How you utilize it is up to you. That's where you become a Jedi Knight, an alchemist, a god, a goddess,
I'm sure Lucas would love
lioness,
this.
a spiritual fucking gangster. I love you so much, beautiful soul, as my sister or my brother. Go out into this world and love your sisters and brothers fiercely and ferociously. Hug them tightly and never, ever, ever
Hug your friends.
be the first to let go. It's the golden
Don't be the first to let
rule of
go.
hugging. You know that. Remember to check out our website, starmagichealing.org.
Become a powerful facilitator.
Ascension tools
Join my
on
MLM.
planet Earth. Hundreds of guided meditations, light language transmissions, cosmic yoga videos, high frequency nutrition,
all this.
mystery school teachings on hundreds of different subjects and topics. We've got everything you need to be a high frequency being and live your very best phenomenal version. We have access to private groups you can connect with beautiful souls
Telegram.
all over planet Earth.
Great.
On this same vibration as you. People that are expanding.
I don't want to
raising their
know
levels
these
of
people.
vibration and making this world
If you love Jerry Sargent, I don't think I want to know you.
a place. All of this stuff is free for 7 days. So go to starmagichealing.org right now and get free access.
I need to know how much he charges for this. I need to know. I think I'm going to check and see how much he charges for this. Okay, so I went to his site and there are literally like a million different things you could pay for. Like, you can pay for healing sessions, you can become a facilitator. There's a lot of stuff on here you can pay for. So I just clicked on one thing, which is this level 1 facilitator training. It costs £4,999. So I don't know what that is in US dollars. I assume it's probably like 7,000 US dollars, something like that. So that's what he's charging if you want to be part of his thing. Seems high.
All of these tools. We also meet every Monday, Wednesday, and second Sunday online for high frequency transmissions, activations, and meditations. And now you can get access to our ambassador program, where you can introduce other beautiful souls from all over the planet.
Join my MLM. Join my MLM as an ambassador.
Friends, family, people on your social media into infinity. And as they join Infinity and get access to all of these amazing tools for free, you earn good money for doing it and massive bonuses. So go and check it out right now. Join.
Amazing how he somehow has combined this like new age spiritual stuff with an MLM. I thought he might not mention it in this video because I was like, oh, if he mentioned the MLM in every video, I feel like it would turn people off, but no.
Revolution. And let's make this world a more empowered, celestial body of high frequency beings than it's ever been before together. I'll see you on the inside, beautiful soul. One love, one heart, one human family.
All right, Jerry. That was pretty much what I thought it was going to be, I guess. So I think it's sort of like there's three main things that happened here. He told us about this alien ancestry of humans with the Anunnaki, who are like, part of Lyrans and reptilians and evil and good. And, okay, so there's that. And then basically it was like, and every time you get mad, it's because of the evil alien DNA. So you should take a deep breath, refocus yourself, and don't be impulsive. Which, I don't think we needed the evil alien DNA. And also, how does he know about the evil alien DNA? Like how would he know? How would he know that? Um, and then there was the story, which was a lot, and like I am seriously concerned about him, or at least him as he was at that point in time, because wine and sugary candy should not make you do something like that. And I think if it does, the problem was not the wine and the sugary candy, and it was not the evil alien DNA. There was something else going on there. Um, yeah. And then, yeah, we got the pitch for his MLM, like last time. So, yeah, make some money by being, I don't know, a spiritual healer, I think it said. Facilitator, ambassador. Recruit your friends and make money off of them. Okay, so that's Jerry. Pretty much what we expected. I actually do kind of enjoy reacting to him though, because his videos are shorter, and um, it something wild is always in them. So anyway, all right. See you all soon, I hope. Bye.